Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. If you are new here, welcome. Typically I do ASMR videos, but for the month of October, I am doing something called 31 Days of October. This is where I'm doing something every single day for the month of October. Now this week, and I've got notes here, so if you see me looking, this is what I'm looking at. The first week was not too exciting because it was more so just about getting supplies and doing kind of prep stuff. Future weeks will be a little bit better. So for day one, I actually started with painting my bookshelf. Well, it was technically my brother's bookshelf, but he didn't want it anymore, so I gladly took it. So for day 1 and 2, I painted the bookshelf. The majority of the furniture in my bedroom is white, so that's why I needed to paint it. I have not decorated it yet because I know that that can be a whole other video because of just how long it will take me to decorate it. I kept the big bookshelf where I wanted it to be, and then I moved the original bookshelf to a different wall just to kind of break it up. So then for day 3, I went to Home Depot. That was mostly to get supplies, specifically styrofoam. I needed styrofoam for 2 projects this year. One as a base for my little Halloween town that I am setting up this year, and it also allows me to make hills for it. The second reason is because I need to make a pillar. For those of you who don't know, Spirit Halloween has this animatronic called Gordo. It is a animatronic that's a jack-o'-lantern, and the top half of it will pop up when it detects motion. Well, it sits on a pillar, but the pillar is actually a metal frame with just some fabric over top of it. Now, knowing how creative I can be, I knew that I could probably do something just as good or better. At Home Depot, I also picked up a jack-o'-lantern. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that Gordo has, however, it does light up and it has a flickering light to make it look like a candle. The good thing is that a couple years ago, I had actually gotten a sound box. So if I really wanted to spice it up a bit, I actually could attach the sound box to the jack-o'-lantern. So that's one project that I think is going to be happening this coming up week. Day 4, I went to Hobby Lobby to pick up some fabric. The fabric was for a second project that I'm thinking of doing this week, and that project is a coffin. The coffin is going to be for a skeleton that I have that is 3 to 3.5 feet tall. He's posable, but the thing is that I have a really hard time keeping him up, so I'm just gonna have him laying down in the coffin. So I needed some fabric to line the inside. When I went to Hobby Lobby, I really didn't have like a color in mind. I knew that I wanted probably like a velvet, so I thought that I was gonna go with the green velvet, but then I went over to their pre-cut section of fabric and I saw that they actually had a silky satin fabric, and it was in pretty much the same color green. That was also cheaper, so I just decided to go with the satin instead since I don't need a lot of fabric. Coffin is something that I have been working on probably since January, February. I'm making it out of a fireworks box, so I will have to, and I'll attach a video of it just so you can see what I'm working with. The fireworks box has this really shiny coating on the top of it, I guess to keep it waterproof and keep the fireworks dry. So I'll have to sand that off at some point before painting it. But I had also attached a fishing wire to it, so then that way it kind of keeps the little door that I made for it open. Day 5, I actually went to Home Goods because I really wanted to go to some stores earlier in the month because obviously as we get through the month and we're getting closer to Halloween, Christmas stuff's gonna come out. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I was really excited, but when I got there, I was shocked to see that there was almost nothing there. A lot of the shelves were, I mean, there was Halloween stuff there, but it was it was really picked through, and you could really tell that they were moving stuff up towards the front of the store in hopes that people will buy it, so that way they can make room for like the Christmas stuff. So I unfortunately didn't really get anything from Home Goods. I got a couple things, but it's fine because I really don't need to be buying more stuff. What I really had in mind this year for Home Goods was I really wanted a set of spooky bed sheets. I wanted a table runner, and then also I really wanted one of those like wooden countdown to Halloween sets. Normally you see like those little Christmas countdown things, but I know I've seen some Halloween ones and I really wanted one this year. Now, back in August, I did actually go to Home Goods, and I did pick up a couple of Halloween decorations, which I am so thankful for doing that, because if I just would have held off and waited till October to get those things, it wouldn't even have been there. One of the things that I got was at Home Goods was this pillow, and it's got this really cute little ghost with a haunted house. While I was at Home Goods, I also picked up some plates that I saw that I thought were really cute. They were plates that had jack-o'-lanterns on them, and one of them was a square plate, and it said trick or treat on it with a jack-o'-lantern in the center. At Hobby Lobby, I got the fabric as well as a new sign to hang up. I was really happy to pick up this sign because I've been eyeballing it for a couple years, but I just wasn't like, I need this right now. And it's a good thing that I waited, because when I went this year and I saw it, it was actually 60% off. So yeah, that was the few things that I did this week. Sorry, it was not very interesting. I was very disappointed, and honestly, I thought about it later, and I think that with the way the stores are, I really am wondering if I need to actually scrap the idea of going to stores. Um, I mean, I figured it would be I figured that the way it is now would be in a couple of weeks. Um, I thought that being in so early in the month that it would still be okay and I would still see a lot of Halloween stuff, but there really isn't. Which is fine. Saves me money, keeps me from buying stuff. And then what I can do is I can just, that extra time that I have, I can do something different. Or if I needed more time working on projects, then it'll give me those extra days. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I promise next week will be a little bit more exciting. And if you would like, leave a comment down below and tell me if you're doing anything cool for October. Are you going to a pumpkin patch? Are you going to do a hayride? Are you going to do any cool DIYs? I would love to know what you've got in mind. Love watching Halloween DIYs on YouTube. So I hope that maybe you guys can be inspired by my videos. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.